The car is actually braking. Whoa, it's doing all this itself. Hold on, this is insanely impressive. This is insanely impressive. Welcome back everybody to Tesla Driver. I hope you're doing very well. Today we're going to be going through the Scottish city of Stirling, and we're going to be seeing how well Autopilot deals with probably one of the smallest, actually I think it is the smallest city here in Scotland. So interesting enough, you see those zebra crossings, it doesn't pick up or show anything for zebra crossings yet, which I was kind of surprised about because that's very simple, just like, you know, the traffic cone here, which is being picked up nice and easily. The bins obviously get picked up very easily now, and so do traffic lights. And I don't see why the pelican crossings or zebra crossings couldn't be picked up as well and just be shown as like a little flashing orange thing. You saw it pick up those bins. Wow, that was going way too close to those cars there. So you saw those cars were parked on, like kind of on and off the road at the same time. And the car just got way too close to them for my liking. So I had to pull it off myself. So sadly we had to take it off quite early on this one. However, I do like doing some journeys at 4, 5 a.m, stuff like that, because you do get a clearer city. So you get the car actually does more of it itself rather than following other cars and kind of letting me chop and change and take control every now and then. So it's going into 2 lanes and it's picked the right hand lane there. And we're coming up to a roundabout. So as you can see, there's really no one around at the moment except for like servicing vehicles and stuff. So if we come across a roundabout that has lanes on it, I will let it have a go at the lanes. But on ones like that where there are no lanes, there is no point. It thought those were bins in the middle there. I don't know if you saw that for a split second, but it thought that was a bin in the middle of the road. Now this is quite tough because that's actually a pavement there on the left-hand side, and the car, it can see it, but it's obviously not as easy to see as a line for the car. Picking up the lights nicely as well. And it's really not sure whether these central bollards are cones or not. It should really show them as cones because they do the exact same jobs as cones. So again here, 2 green lights. 2 green lights, and yeah, again it showed a cone for a split second. Okay, let's bump it up to 40. Now we're pretty much just going to go into the centre of Stirling, and then we're going to head out the other side because I'm on my way up to Perth and Inverness. So we're going to do a quick drive through it just to see what it's like. Especially at this time, it's really nice and peaceful just to cruise through. Okay, 2 lanes, it's taken the left lane, and there are other cars on the roundabout, so we can't let it try this roundabout. However, it wouldn't have done this one. This is way too small and way too tight for the car to figure out. Although it does have lanes, actually. It does have nice, easy lanes to follow. Oh, I don't know, it might do it. We'll see. We'll see if there's another one. So it's struggling at the moment, picking up lines for it to turn on autopilot. No, I'm not quite able to catch it either. So we'll take a left down here. And now this is the center of Stirling. So this is, for all of these, I basically just say, take me to the center. And this is where this has decided to take me. So I'll let it take me around here. Whoa, look at that, nearly onto the other side of the road there. And it aborted. So that corner, as it went up a hill, was slightly too much for autopilot. Let's see how it deals with this roundabout. No, again, it was kind of going off. I think as soon as the lines disappear, it just starts kind of flowing off, and it won't follow. It won't follow on a tight roundabout like this. So here we are, coming up some red lights. Let's see how the car deals with it. It shows the red lights, but again, it's definitely not going to stop us. And now this is a perfect test. Look at that. So that is green for us, but red for anyone going right. But you can see that the car doesn't understand that, and it's just showing a red light. So that is something that in the future needs to be sorted out, because obviously if it's showing the wrong colored light, that's not going to work. Oh, I was meant to go right there. Oh well, let's go up this way and have a little explore up here. Again, it's quite a wide road here. It looks like it splits into 2, but I don't think it does. Yeah, but the car, you can see the car's struggling with it a bit. It's a little bit confused on how to go around it. It has gone to the right-hand side though, which is correct. So we will be taking a right here. And this is taking us down some more residential streets, which is quite good. So we can see how it handles all these. Again, the cars on the road, are they going to be a problem? Yeah, my God. It just seems to, it goes close to them, but then it seems to really want to hug where the other cars are. And I never quite know why. Wow, these are big roads. Okay, autopilot's on, and it's just kind of, yeah, there's no, I mean, there's no one ahead of us, so this is okay, but it's just kind of all over the place on these Scottish roads. So this here, you can see that there's no central line, but instead it was just hugging the right-hand side. Had a bit of a phantom brake there. I think it was because of the cars there on the left. Oh my God, look at it. It's really not liking Stirling at all. As we come up to this roundabout, I'll take control again. But yeah, down those roads there, no, didn't like it at all. Again, it's very simple. It's because it doesn't have lines. It doesn't have these lines about, and there are cars kind of on the edges of the roads. So it is getting confused still at those areas. Okay, let's put our next destination in, shall we? So we're coming out of here, and we're going to Perth Supercharger. This is getting quite tight, but the car, it's gone slightly to the middle, and it's actually, whoa, okay. This really is the city center now. Okay, we need to get it turned on, but I'm not quite sure. Here we go, so we can turn it on here because we found some more lines. I've been struggling finding like good lines on the road around here, to be honest, which is making it quite tough for autopilot. And we'll follow this route now out of Stirling a little bit. So this is a good test. I want it to go really far right here and around this car, and you can see it is thinking about it, and it has successfully done that, which is good. Again, another zebra crossing. I'm sure something they can add to the visualization quite easily. Picking up the bins. I mean, it's picking up black bins in the dark before even I can see them, which is really, really impressive. Let's do the wipers. And again, on roads like this where the cars are actually in parked spaces on the edge, we can just go through without any problems. Wow, Stirling really does have a lot of roundabouts. I know in the UK we like our roundabouts, but Stirling seems to have an absolute load of them. There's also no big ring road, and there's no kind of interesting on-off ramps around here. So it is really quite a small city, and there's not much more else to do or show you. So we'll do a little bit of a drive out of the city here. We might tackle this next roundabout if it's clear and a big roundabout. But these out roads, the roads out of like the cities in Scotland, they're really quite good for autopilot. They're nice and wide, they're nice and slow, and they're lit. But as soon as you get out of any city at all, like really far out, all of the lights seem to disappear, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, horrible bit of road. Whoa, whoa, okay, the car had a little bit of trouble there as I put autopilot back on. I think it got confused between this, whoa, it's doing it again, look at that. It's the white line and this kind of like central line I think it's getting confused by. And it, because again, I just said the roads were nice and wide. I think just because the roads are so wide there, it started to dart a little bit and it wasn't quite sure. It's gonna do it whenever there's like slight markings, maybe some paint or even some arrows or speed limits written on the road. That's when sometimes on a wide road like this, it can make us go kind of side to side. Wow, car, okay. It's really going side to side on this one. I'm not sure why it was doing it quite so much there. It doesn't normally do it quite that much. And this is coming out of Stirling now, back onto the motorway. So I'll show you a little bit of on-off ramp if I can. Right, there's no one on this roundabout. Let's bring this right down and just see if it can tackle the corners. No, you see, so it's just aborting, and the main reason it's aborting is obviously because it can't steer enough to get around the roundabout just yet. That's still part of the regulations that we have here in the EU and the UK. And I wonder if it's going to be able to do this bit here by itself on Navigate on Autopilot. It should be able to. But some of the on and off ramps I have noticed here aren't fully registered yet for the autopilot system. All right, very interestingly, the car is actually braking right now, and it's been braking all the way up to the roundabout, which is really impressive. Whoa, it's doing all this itself. Hold on, this is insanely impressive. This is insanely impressive. Wow, why did the car not do like this earlier? And it's still doing it all on its own, guys. And the way it tackled that roundabout so confidently, it almost was like it was navigating on autopilot on normal roads. That was so impressive, guys. So it's doing this nicely. It's indicating right at the moment. And I can confirm it definitely is indicating right. It thinks that there was a cone in the road there, which is potentially a little bit dangerous. And I've initiated the lane change. So it should now just go over and do the lane change. And there we go, we're onto the motorway. It did all of that, including a roundabout, by itself. Now, although the rest of it wasn't so impressive, that final bit was incredibly impressive. I hope you all enjoyed the video. This is what the rest of the dual carriageways and motorways are like in Scotland. There is no street lighting, or at least it seems like there is no lighting at all. So it's, one, very hard to film, and it's not the nicest to drive. So off to the next city, and I'll see you there next week. Until then, don't forget, drive safe.